hosts of the zoo. I'm the keeper tonight, the lucky poptart, and with me I have my co-host Della Hayes,
Yo, and hello.
Donkey,
Hello, everyone.
and Costin.
Hey there, all you wonderful, wonderful seeming and wonderful adjacent people.
How are y'all tonight?
Better than I deserve, as always.
This is the first night this year I don't want to destroy a parliament building.
Hey, baby steps.
Yeah,
That's cause for celebration.
yeah, I'm okay.
All right. Oh, yeah. I was just talking about how my dog ate our pork chops that I put out for dinner, and I was just like, now I'm eating a cup of ramen noodles. Well, it's not even ramen noodles. It's cup of noodles stir fry.
Oh,
It's a new one, and I was like,
stir fry.
yeah. I was like, they're
Interesting.
cheap. Yeah, that is the first time I saw them in the store, and I was like, yeah, Angel really likes all this kind of stuff, so I bought them.
Yeah, I kind of got into ramen noodles the past year. I like some of the variations.
Cool. Yeah, we have to talk about something.
Do we though? I mean, can't we
I-
just sit here and be pretty?
Well, you're the only one on camera, so you're the one that can be pretty. The rest of us have to actually, interact somehow.
Remember, audience, we're using the term pretty loosely, so bear with us.
Especially in your case.
Oh, don't be a jackass.
He's
I'll
not
kick you
wrong.
out.
By pretty, we mean pretty ugly.
Says the guy who has to have plant life as his picture.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I've shown my face before.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
point proven.
Yeah. Right now, I'm talking about pork chops. What we eat. I got some beans cooking in the crock pot.
Ooh, what kind?
It's my own special recipe. I mix it up every time. Tonight, I've got the cooking in vegetable broth. I got the red kidney beans and onions, garlic, and in the morning when it's nearly half an hour to an hour before they're ready, I'm gonna toss in some green beans as well. So I think it'll be good. I actually made the vegetable broth from at home, from scratch. So second time doing it this way, so that'd be good.
No, check. They're not the same person because they're both here at the same time.
As I've pointed out with the camel is Jack Cochran theory. Yes, we've seen them on stream together, but have they talked at the same time before?
Guys, talk at the same time. I'll count.
I know. Hey,
We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then y'all both say something. Okay?
Oh God, please don't!
guys, come on.
We are not the same person.
So
Oh my God, it hasn't been at the same time yet.
2, 3.
Don't do it.
Give me your money,
Not
Del.
the same person.
There you go.
Fuck
They
you,
didn't do
dog.
the
No,
same
no.
time.
See, there was a delay. That could have been time to, use a sound pad or something.
Shush
God.
you.
Fuck you.
No,
Yeah.
I can very much tell the difference between Donkey and Costume, but that's probably because I've talked to Donkey for a long time. They do have very similar ways of speaking.
Yeah, it's easy to tell the difference, though. Donkey sounds depressed. Costume sounds cynical.
There we go. You got them to go at the same time.
Damn it, I foiled myself.
Yeah.
And honestly, you think I sound like buddy from down in the city?
Well,
Nobody knows
considering
what
it
it
took you that long to figure out who you were talking about, I guess not.
Oh God,
I
I'm
don't-
on. Are you all of you are Canadian, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm on a stream with all Canadian.
this is going to be the most polite stream ever, folks.
Fuck you.
Oh God, I've met y'all. None of you are polite. Fuck off.
Shh. I
Well,
love
it's going to
lying
be
people.
it's going to be polite until Quebec gets brought up.
Fuck you.
Okay, I will say
You really know how to bring down the mood, Donkey.
I will say Della's usually really nice to me. I can't say anybody else, but he is to me.
Yeah, I don't like Dela. He won't let me mooch off him like a good Albertan is supposed.
No one likes a fucking freeloader, bub.
Yeah. I don't
Get
care.
a job, you lazy bum.
I live in Ontario, so nobody likes me anyway.
So
Whose
move.
financial sector do you rely on for half your trade?
What trade?
Fair enough. Biden sort of canceled half of that. Thank you, by the way, Poppy.
For what?
Canceling one of Alberta's greatest trade opportunities of the last decade.
Are we gonna pretend like I did anything?
Yeah.
You gonna pretend like this affects me particularly in any way, shape, or form?
I don't care. Dela won't let me mooch off of him anyway, so I don't care if Alberta tanks.
I never learned to trade, bro.
Donkey, you have to remember I'm poor and I don't even vote. So,
Fair enough.
like, I've spent the past 6 months just trying not to, die. I don't really, as much as I know a lot of the minions love politics, I'm just over here like, can I feed people?
Can you
Okay.
what people?
Huh?
Can you what people?
Feed them.
Feed.
Food
Yeah.
in mouth. Yeah,
Oh.
food in mouth.
Yeah.
But honestly, through everything that's been going on, we're not doing as bad as a lot of people. So, universe, don't take that as me bitching. I am not bitching because I know every time I bitch, shit gets worse.
Yeah.
See, I'm really scared now. Speaking of the universe, I'm really scared because the last two things I ordered online came in earlier than expected, and there was nothing wrong with them. Usually, at least one of the other two things never happens.
I don't know. Maybe they're just getting better at their job.
I don't know. I got something from China that came 3 weeks earlier than it was expected, and then
Ooh.
eat shit. And then this chair I'm sitting on, when I bought it, it was supposed to arrive tomorrow, and then a few days ago I got an email saying it was going to arrive today, and then I woke up yesterday a half hour after it arrived.
Yeah, I saw that you got a new chair, which is cool.
Oh,
I still sit on my bed, so I'm super professional.
oh.
No, and ordering from China is always kind of iffy. Like,
No, that's fair.
We ordered
Don't
some
trade
stuff from
with China. China's asshole.
China makes most of the stuff in the world. If we want to pick it up, we need to fucking start making shit too.
See, I'm not worried because if I'm gonna die, it's not gonna be from something as simple and silly as a package from China. It's gonna be something stupid and totally my fault.
But yeah, so we ordered some Father's Day presents. Did not know that it was in China until I got the shipping information. Because it was like, oh yeah, it's got, it was right after, it was last Father's Day, so quarantine was going on pretty hardcore. So it was like, it had to go through all of this China, and then it had to go through Europe, and then it had to come to us, and there was like tons of checkpoints. And the shirts came in really early, because it was like Nordic things. Chris got very into like the gods recently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thor and Odin and all that.
Oh yeah.
So the shirts came in really early, but we ordered like jewelry, and it was the expensive one.
Oh yeah.
It never came in, and I was like, okay, I just lost out money, whatever. Fucking 5 months later, it showed up in our mail.
Ooh.
Because I was like, damn, that sucks. Especially because it was Angel's Father's Day gift. Willow got the shirts, and Angel picked out. She always gets him a Thor's hammer. Chris gets annoyed because I can't say it correctly, so I just call it Mew Mew.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, I just call it Mew Mew because I hear the same thing when what you're saying. I hear Mew Mew, and I call it Mew Mew.
Oh.
And he's like, he says it real slow, and I'm like Mew Mew, and he's like, God damn it!
You know what? As of this moment, I want an official redub of every Avengers movie, and Mjolnir. Anytime someone says Mjolnir, it's replaced with Mew Mew.
Mew Mew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, look, it's Mew Mew. And he's just like, God damn it.
Oh, someone make that happen right now.
Just like do a clip it up every time he says it and just put Mew Mew in its place.
Just take a clip of Poppy saying Mew Mew right now and just dub it over it in every Avengers movie possible. I will be very pleased with that.
But yeah, so she always gets him hammers. For a long time, it was the exact same keychain because the strap would eventually break on it,
Mhm.
and it was the hammer from the Avenger movies. But he got more seriously into it, so we wanted to get him the old-fashioned hammer, which looks very, very different. And the only thing he's worried about is people are going to think he's racist because, a lot of white supremacists have taken up Nordic themes. They're not actually in the Nordic religion, and they're not even interested in Nordic mythology. But they're like, no, Nordic people are white. Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
It's not exactly their fault.
Right? Like they didn't plan that. It just kind of happened.
It's not like when they were being conceived, they had a selection to choose from. It's not like you get to build your own avatar when you're in the womb.
Yeah, and as
So you didn't have that option?
and as for,
we were poor. I didn't get the premium package.
As for the religion or for the, what people would consider Vikings, that's not what they called themselves, but, there were people that, they traveled all over the place and sometimes they would bring people back with them and they're like, oh yeah, I don't know the names, but, this is Steve. He's from China, like no one gave a fuck. They were just like, you have shiny things in your hair. We like you. They get a bad rap, but for if you actually look into it, they were kind of cool. I mean, everybody was pretty barbaric back in those times, but they really loved to trade. They really loved shiny things. They bathed a lot more often than most people, and they really the person who walked in with the most stuff from around the world, like the most bling from around the world, was the most popular one. So if you came in with beads all in your hair and wearing silk robes, they were like, you're awesome. I think that's cool. But 5 months later, Angel goes to check the mail. And she came running in all excited and she's like, I think I know what this is, and threw a package at me. And I was like, what? And I opened it and pulled out another package that was a velvet bag, and I was like, oh shit, you're kidding me. And I opened it up and sure enough, it's this really thick ass chain that has Mew Mew at the end of it with 2 wolf heads holding it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So when Chris got home, I was like, hey, here you go. And I threw it at him too, and he opened it and was like, oh my god. He still wears it all the time. He takes it off to shower. That's about it.
Fair enough.
And surprisingly, no one's called him a white supremacist yet. So,
You'd only get called a white supremacist if that's seen on Twitter, probably.
Yeah,
Not necessarily.
Luckily, Chris does not have an internet presence. He's not even on Facebook.
Facebook is evil.
That makes him probably the wisest man in your county.
Chris very much lives in a bubble, and I like him to stay in that bubble. Occasionally he'll walk up and ask me questions. He's like, what is the 2 years ago he walked up to me and was like, what is this Gamergate thing?
It's bullshit. Just move on.
And he was like, I heard of this. They're talking about it. What is this? And I'm like, well, that happened a while ago, babe. And he's like, what is it? And I'm like, do you really want to know? Because it gets complicated.
Unnecessarily so.
Mm-hmm.
Some bitch wasn't getting enough attention, so she called rape. That's what it was.
See? Unnecessarily complicated. What did I tell you?
Check says Chris well, Chris probably isn't even his real name. Oh God, Polly freaked out when he found out Angel isn't Angel's actual name. I was like, she's a minor. Why would I put her real name out on the internet?
Oh, did you feel
And
betrayed?
he's like, well, is that even close to her real name? And I'm like, it is a nickname that we all have for her. Like, it's something she does get called in real life, but is that her legal name? No, not at all. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, we just, like, Willow was different. Willow was at least 16 whenever I started streaming, and she was cool with it, but Angel was much younger. And I wasn't going to start, putting her name out on the internet without her permission. And technically, 12-year-olds can't fucking consent to shit. So,
no matter what sick fucks might say.
Right. So, like, the only thing I put either of them really on for the longest time was my Facebook, and that's because it is privated as shit, and it's mostly just so family members could see their pictures. Because I don't actually talk to my family at all, so it's like, here, add this page, and I will put pictures up so you know the kids still exist. Yes, Willow is Willow's actual name. I know Crip Polly was like, wait, is Willow's real name? Is her name like Wilhelmina? I'm like, who the fuck names their kid that, Polly?
What the fuck kind of name is Wilhelmina? Wilhelmina or will it not?
I was like, no, Willow is Willow's actual name. I mean, there's more names to it, of course, but...
Naturally.
Yeah.
But yes, I named my daughter after a tree. Her biological father agreed to it because he liked the movie.
Fair enough. It was a decent movie.
Cannibal Wizard or Cannibalistic Wizard, don't worry, we're just talking about my children on the internet, not anything gross.
I mean, it's not like we said anything incorrect.
I never put out my youngest daughter's actual name because I'm sure I probably slipped up and said it because I have ADHD and I pay attention as much as a goldfish does. But purposely, I've tried to only use her nickname because she was underage by quite a lot. Now it's only 1 year, so in Texas, so she can start doing. Like, if she wants to say, hey, my name is, that's one thing. It's not my place to put it out there. Sorry, I noticed I watched back on one of the streams just to see if there was any comments. And I realized, every time I vape, y'all can hear it, really loud. And I was like, oh, shit. And I keep meaning to hit mute when I vape. But the more I drink, the more I vape. And the more I forget I'm supposed to do anything else.
That's fine.
Well, that explains a lot, actually.
Why?
You're vaping?
Yes, I am vaping.
You're so wild and crazy that your drinking and your vaping explains a lot.
Okay, first of all, I vape because I'm a nicotine addict and it's better than smoking. And it's a lot better than the point in time where I vaped and smoked.
That just sounds like smoking with extra steps.
Okay, well, I was trying to switch over to not smoking at all. But the vape at the time wasn't strong enough to get me to stop smoking. So I would still smoke a few cigarettes a day instead of just not at all.
Okay.
So I actually really like not smoking, though, because it makes your house smell so much. Even if you do it outside, you still smell.
Mm-hmm.
Now now I smell like watermelon.
It's a superior smell to tobacco.
But yeah, it's it's like I always find it annoying when people are like, "Oh, you're so crazy, you vape." I'm like, "No, I'm just a nicotine addict." There's a lot of people who do that.
It's nothing crazy about vaping, folks.
I remember I went off on Hammer. I feel kind of bad. It was years ago though, because he was like, "Vapors are stupid. They look like they're sucking CP3O's dick," and I'm like, "Oh, you want me to go back to smoking? I'll fucking go back to smoking." He was like, "No," because I'd never yelled at him before. But I'm usually very sweet to my friends. But yeah, I was just like, I got mad. I was like,
You're usually very sweet to your friends, yet the moment you start being sweet to me, I think there's something seriously wrong.
You really did.
And what does that tell you, donkey?
I pick on all my friends, but yeah, I pick on you more, but it's because the reason is like the moment I stopped picking on you, because everybody's like, "You're too mean to Donkey." You were like, "You're not my friend anymore. You don't like me." I'm just like, what self-esteem issues do you have, Donkey?
Not exactly, but I learned a long time ago that when it came to the minions, it's like working in a kitchen. If they ain't picking on you, then there's something seriously wrong.
Right? No, it was just because everybody was saying I was being way too mean to you.
You know what's seriously wrong? Donkey exists.
Oh,
What?
Don't mind media dies. You're not important.
he said Donkey exists.
Wait. Yeah, that is wrong. It's almost as terrible a thing as Dela Hayes existing and not letting me mooch off of him.
We already mooch off of him as a form of provincial policy, so
yeah.
Look, you guys get rid of Quebec and we'll talk. Until then, do something.
Fuck Quebec.
I need to
whatever
find
works.
another American, goddammit.
hey, we're trying. The Frenchies just won't leave.
Well, clearly you're not trying hard enough.
Yeah. Fuck Alberta. Do you think Quebec could leave if we took 75% of their seats in Parliament for ourselves and gave the other 24% of the rest to Alberta?
I mean, personally, I won't. As soon as we're done with Quebec, I want to make sure Toronto has a lot less political power because your guys down in the city are just as bad.
Excuse me, I do not live in Toronto. I hate Toronto as much as anyone else does. I want to kick Toronto out of Ontario. Hello?
Thank God.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're not God, Dela. You're too Western.
No,
you don't know that.
Dela, I let you play pretend to be God from time to time, but not while I'm on the same stream as you. Okay?
You keep thinking that, bud.
Okay, I just put it on Twitter that I need another American. I have no fucking idea what's happening.
It's okay. If it helps, neither do I.
How are things in Texas?
I think these two are just giving reasons why I live in the best province of the country. But other than that, that's all I've been hearing from these two.
Apparently, everybody's giving their initials in our chat.
Excuse me, Mr. Monocultured Economy.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh. Well, what can I do for you?
I would say I need a beer for this, but I'm already drinking one.
You can have another. Well, I'm not going to limit you as to the number of beers you have.
I only have one.
Yeah. You can have another one if you want.
No, literally, I only have one. But I do have the bed rum, so, you know, in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of alcohol, earlier this week, Chris fucked me up on accident. Like, he went to the night that they. Okay, so that leads into a different story. We had roots that grew into our kids' bathroom from a tree that's outside.
Yeah.
And they had to come in and tear it up, but it was like 2 months later. Didn't even know. Like, I kind of figured they were just never going to do it. And anyway, so 5 Hispanic guys showed up at my door, didn't speak English, but they were like, shower? And I'm like, yeah, come on. And they had a jackhammer.
Yeah.
So that happened. And so when Chris got home, there's like plastic all over the house because they're like digging out buckets and buckets of mud, and they were trying not to fuck our house up completely. And I'm just sitting in the room like, I'm not leaving the bedroom. I'm not. You can't make me. And I was just like, so no dinner, no nothing. I'm just like, nope. And he went and got dinner and everything, and he took Willow to go use the bathroom because it shut down both our bathrooms. Like, we couldn't use the bathroom for about 48 hours.
Oh, yeah?
And so he took her to a Quick Trip, which is like a gas station around here. And he picked me like I was saying, I wanted something pina colada flavored. So he just got me like one of those drinks that's pina colada flavored. And then he went into the alcoholic section and was like, oh, hey, look, there's these little things called buzz balls. And they're a little pop open can that's in a ball shape. There's a little thing, and it said orange wine with like coconut and pineapple flavors. And he's like, oh, okay, she might like this, and grabbed it. Well, after a little while, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm having a bad day. I cracked it open, took a drink, and almost spit it out everywhere. Like, because I was expecting just normal levels, like my beer or something like 8%. No, it's 15%. Little tiny thing, 15%, and I took one drink. It was like, whoa, that tastes like liquor.
Like, and it's supposed to have at least 15%. I thought it was. I thought your shots were supposed to have like a 78%.
There is some liquor that has that high. Shit, there's some that's way more than that. Yeah. But, you know, when it comes to just buying stuff at a gas station, usually at most it's like 10%.
Yeah. I don't drink, so I don't know. Yeah.
Well, in Texas, we have very drawn lines of like at grocery stores or gas stations and stuff, you can sell like what's considered beers or wines, which are lower percents, and then if you want higher stuff, you have to go to a liquor store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you also cannot buy anything on Sunday because that's God's day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You still have a religious law down there?
Yeah. All the liquor stores are closed on Sunday. I was like, oh, well, they get a day off. You just buy your shit Saturday night, you're fine.
I remember when all of our stores here in Ontario were closed on Sundays. Grocery stores, everything. That's changed, thankfully.
Speak for yourself. I deal with an area that has 80-year-olds as all their city councilors. It's still pretty much like that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, and God help you if it's even the slightest holiday.
Yeah. Kiev, that's a different place. The one that starts with a K. The one I'm talking about starts with, it's like quick, like QU. Like running quickly. But yeah, we have one of those over here too. People don't use it as much. We mostly use Racetrack or Quick Trip, like the original.
Yeah, like the town I grew up in was like only has 3,500 people in it. So, yeah, they shut down on the weekends and on holidays. But the city I live in now is a tourist place. So, especially during the summertime, which is the tourist season, yeah, nothing shuts down. Open Sundays, open holidays. It's kind of nice. Except I don't have a car, so the bus shuts down on the holidays, and I can't take advantage of it anyway. So who cares?
Sorry, I laughed. He's like, who cares? And we all get dead ass silent.
Apparently, none of you care.
Well, it sounds to me like you need to walk more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't drive either, but like my town has a lot of public transportation. So
Yeah, we got good public transit in my city. I made the mistake though of, well, it wasn't a mistake at the time. I was I was working and still working in my hometown, so driving back and forth. So I made my decision as to where I live based on having to drive back and forth. So I chose a place that was at the edge of town. So now I don't have a car, and I'm living in a place that's a perfect location for if you do have a car. So yeah, I don't really want to move though because it's a beautiful place. So what are you gonna do, right? Except move to Dela.
Good luck with that, bub.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really need to, especially in the world of public transportation.
Yeah.
I'll hate Toronto day and night, but best public transit in Canada or the U.S. I hate to say it, Poppy, but the U.S. the U.S. public transportation policies are crap and outdated.
okay.
Public transportation's fine. It's just the people that use it so a lot of times suck. Make it unenjoyable, in my opinion.
Oh, I won't ride the bus anymore after the whole COVID shit started. I had a very bad experience, and now I use Uber and Lyft.
What happened? Or do you mind me asking?
All right, so for a long time I rode Chris dropped me off at work at nighttime, and then I drove the bus home in the morning, which I figured out just fine after a while, and I got used to it. Only main issues were when it, there was one time I was sitting at the train station and a train drove by on fire, and then really bad storms, everything's delayed, and one time it took me 6 hours to get home. But right after the pandemic started, they started all these new weird rules, and I didn't understand it. It was confusing me, and I am at the bus stop, and it pulls up, and the guy opens the door and tells me to get in the back, and I didn't know how to pay, and I was trying to ask him, and he just kept screaming, "Get in the back!" And I look, and there's plastic sheets in between every seat. And then there was a dude sitting there with a Kroger's bag on top of his head. And my autistic ass had a panic attack and ran and hid behind a bush.
Oh, that must have sucked.
And then I walked back to work and started calling people to come get me because I was like, nope, not getting on the bus. You can't make me. I had some grown-ass man screaming at me and all pissed off. And then, I don't know, some weirdo with a plastic bag wrapped around his head. It looked like a serial killer bus. The fucking bus driver just lost his goddamn mind and was suffocating people in the bus. And I'm like, yeah, no. I'm going to just not do that. And I haven't gotten on a bus since. I'm just going to use Uber. It's easier. They just ask you to wear a mask. There's no plastic sheets involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just so weird. The guy even sprayed me with Lysol.
That's always fun.
Like he was spraying like Lysol at me while I was even good, like a good 30 feet away from the door, which was a good 30 feet away from him. I'm like, why are you spraying stuff at me? I think he was mostly just a paranoid freak, but still, it was weird, and I didn't like it. And I said I already don't deal well with change. I really don't deal well with change with people screaming at me. And not explaining what the change is. Like, how the fuck was I supposed to pay?
Oh, looks like Chuck wants to be a chauffeur when he grows up.
I just looked at chat. It was like, oh.
Well, study hard, practice well, and get your license. And then one day, maybe you'll, after you're done with school, you'll get it when you're not 16 anymore.
I know that still annoys him. And I'm like, hey, if I don't know what age you are 16. He's like, when I grow up.
Wait for it. He'll hear what I said and then catch on.
He just did.
Okay, see, I still get a bit of a delay with chat, so.
Yeah, it just popped up. When I grow up.
Oh, I mean, that's what I was, yeah. There we go. See? The laughter.
Isn't he Asian so he looks 16 already?
I have no
Is he
idea
Asian?
what he is.
I never bothered to ask. Never seemed important.
Well,
I think he is.
Come on, Dela. He's at least 20% more important than you are.
You need better standards, my friend.
You're right. I mean, I am on a stream with you and Donkey.
Hey.
I like how I'm not included in that.
Well, I mean, being on a stream with you is actually pretty good, but
can't argue that logic.
Don't test it. Texture logic will start arguing for no apparent reason.
Texture logic?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's awesome.
Not what I meant to say, but it's what came out.
I like it.
Ugh.
When that pandemic first hit our area, we had to they started us getting on the back of the bus for first couple months. Free public transit. Yeah. Then they stopped that and put up shields and everything. We started to have to pay again. Not mooching off of other people. It really sucks. Did you know that?
I don't know who you're asking.
Did you know that not mooching anybody?
Oh, hold on. Let me pull up some sheet music for this while I play the world's smallest violin for you.
You're walking to work now. You walk to work now.
Did Costin get replaced with Trudeau? Because all I'm hearing is
Fuck you.
I have to defend Costin there. At least he is not constantly lying, avoiding the question, and acting like question period is a political arena for him to just grandstand and make political advertisements. No, you're in Parliament. You're not in front of a camera. Fuck off. Do your parliamentary shit.
Fuck Trudeau.
Again, no thanks.
I check your logic. I Kiev. I exorbitate.
To answer the question, about a minute and change.
I am a benevolent writer. Hi, Dr. Kiev. Hi, Dr. Cannibalistic Wizard. Hi, Raymond Lewis.
I just I'll check your logics, like how many seconds it's a delay. None of us have ever actually counted.
Well, I mean, I'm wondering what delay he's talking about. Is he talking about the delay I mentioned where chat seems delayed compared to other people for me? Or is he talking about, like, how's the stream delay?
Yeah, because we come in a little bit after, and then y'all hear us, and then and then we see it a little bit after. So there is definitely a delay that's normal between people on stream and people in chat, but some people have a little longer delay. I don't know if it's depending on their internet or where they are or what, but yes, Constant did change his name.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we only have Czech like interacting with us in chat.
Yeah, it's the stream is at about an 8-second delay, give or take, from us talking to it showing up on the stream. At least from what I can see.
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. I've seen it up to like 2 minutes before.
Yeah. I've seen it as, like, I think the lowest I've ever seen it at is 3-second delay, which is ultra low latency. So
I want to turn my fan back on.
What's stopping you?
The sound. Yeah, it turns out when I have fans on, everyone can hear that.
So you guys still playing Among Us?
Do we really need to know about your toiletry exploits, Cannibal?
Well, I did say nobody was interacting. He's a little busy.
Yeah.
I mean, to answer your question, Costin, we did just play on Friday.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah. And then Reject will be doing another one on the last Friday of the month. That's her plan for the last Friday of every month, actually, is to host Among Us.
How's that going? Is it seems real popular these days?
It's a lot of fun. It was actually Friday was actually the first time I never got imposter throughout the entire time I played, so it's rather interesting.
Did how many times did Sora kill you?
I don't even keep track. They all blend together, especially when you're just trying to have fun and stuff like that. You don't really take the time to notice that. But there was a lot of fun moments. Couple good troll moments, some good picking on each other moments, like Cryptic deciding after every game he's going to change his name, so he leaves the room and comes back, and I was like, you know what? Fine, you want to be like that? I'm going to take your color from you.
Yeah.
Zobley says they're so bad at Among Us. Well, Terry used to think the same thing too, but he's been getting a lot better with practice, so I mean, it's up to you, of course, but I would suggest if you want to get better, just practice, man. Go in some random lobbies or get some friends together, and it's gonna suck when you're bad at it, but it's gonna pay off when you get better at it too.
Perhaps it's because you've been watching that many egg videos.
Did you look up eggs in any way, shape, or form recently?
Do you keep talking about eggs in any way, shape, or form?
Because I looked up Switches on mine, and now I'm getting videos about Nintendo Switch on my YouTube.
You know what I'm really getting annoyed with? I don't give a shit about exercise or any of that shit or health and whatnot, but I am sick and tired of getting these fucking ads before or at the end of videos on YouTube of that fucking guy going with no shirt on saying, "Are you wondering why working out 7 days a week is not doing anything for you? It's because it never has. And let me tell you, dude, I don't give a fuck."
I know. You keep getting the how to lose weight bullshit on the internet. And for a while, I thought it was just because I'm fat. But a lot of other people get it too. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it's just the normal ads. All right.
I haven't gotten that ad that Dela was talking about for ages. I know which one he's talking about because I had a streak where I was getting it almost every time, but I haven't seen it in ages.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they just everything's always how to lose fat or how to gain muscle. Especially if it's towards men. If they know you're a man, oh my god, you'll get like 9,000 videos about how to gain muscle.
Yeah.
For me, I can actually tell you the basic characteristics of the 2021 Mazda CRX-5.
Oh, really?
I've got the ads that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm getting a lot of ads for the fucking. I think it's like a Manscaped commercial. It's this guy keeps shitting on the brand of soap every guy uses, saying it's shit. You should use this because your girl's gonna love it and you're gonna fucking smell great. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
get your fucking hipster fucking bullshit, fake ass Paul Bunyan looking ass out of my face and give me something I can tolerate, listening to while I wait 5 seconds to skip the ad.
Right. Yeah, no, I get those a lot too. That weird blonde guy with the beard.
That's the one.
Yeah, he's really annoying and they talk about balls a lot. The soap actually looks good. I went and looked at it online. The soap actually looks like it's good. They need better advertisement. Because they're like, oh, we have to advertise towards men. Let's be crude and really loud and really obnoxious and talk about sweaty balls. Like, it's like, dude, no. Yeah, the Dr. Squatch one.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is.
The solution to sweaty balls is good ventilation.
It's just weird. Like the way they choose to advertise towards men, just not in that one, but in a lot of stuff. It's so funny. Like even going up to the store to buy stuff when I'm in the toilet paper aisle, I'll see their dude wipes. They're the wipes, but they say dude on them, and they're all black and blue, and manly butt wipes.
Oh, really?
I was like, do y'all really need a different butt wipe? Like,
ain't seen anything like that in my neck of the woods for butt wipes, but
like y'all, they gendered stuff so stupidly, and it honestly, for some men, I know it does matter because some men are like, they'll be like, is there a cookbook for men? I'm like, all cookbooks, you dumb fuck. Cooking isn't gendered.
I think what they mean as a cookbook for men is one full of steaks, chops, chicken, not cakes and cookies and muffins and
Hey, you dumbass motherfucker, that's a baking cookbook. You get a meat cookbook for meat.
You know what? Speaking of baking and such, we have yet to ask the important question for today. The most important question of this day.
What is that?
What flavor pie did y'all have?
I did not have any pie today. I'm poor.
It is pie day, and none of y'all had pie.
No. Well, I don't have any money to get pie, Della.
This is unacceptable.
My income tax has not come in yet.
This is just poor planning. In 2 weeks.
I didn't even buy this beer today. This beer is from last time I streamed. I bought 2 40s and I only drank one. So this one was under my bed for 2 weeks.
Yes, cheesecake. Yes.
Cheesecake's not a pie.
Thank you.
I don't give a shit. I want some cheesecake.
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand that. Cheesecake's awesome. But it's not a pie. Yeah. It's also steak and blowjob day.
That is true.
What the fuck you Americans have come up with all this shit?
I don't know if
why are you blaming Americans?
It's international. I'm not sure anyone in America came up with it, but
it's an unofficial holiday in response to women getting too uppity over Valentine's Day.
Which is stupid because somebody's like, men, it's your Valentine's Day, and Chris is like, Valentine's Day is my Valentine's Day, you dumb bitch.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be one to turn down a steak and blowjob on any day, but I'm just saying it's kind of stupid.
And why is that the only thing y'all get? You get a steak and a blowjob. Like, I took Chris on a full ass date for Valentine's Day. Shit.
I mean, I'm sure some guys have to settle for pizza and a hand job or something, but you know.
I understand, like, some people are too uppity about Valentine's Day or they make too much of a deal about it. I get kind of, like, all of it started because this TikTok of this woman who was bitching. She was mad because her husband went and bought stuff the day of Valentine's Day. And I can understand both sides. One, like, a lot of the stuff you would normally buy, you know, it's fine to buy the day of. But also on the chick side of things, it feels like you just kind of remembered on your way home at work and picked up whatever. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, there's this obligation I have. I must go buy flowers. And so that doesn't feel very romantic when you're just like, look, I bought these at Quick Trip. But
I didn't have to do this today. I'm just obliged to by society. You don't like it? There's the door.
I didn't have to do this today. I just like sleeping in my own bed as opposed to the couch.
Doctor,
Bitch, I make sure it's my name on the deed, not hers.
Yeah, because that's going to stop her from kicking you out of bed or the house.
911, show the deed, bye.
Both your names could be on the lease, you dumb motherfucker. 2 adults living in a house, you're going to be like, no, it's my name on the lease. Fuck you.
That's pretty commonplace these days, sadly.
I hate to say it, but the way college women have been, yeah.
Why are you trying to date college women?
I'm a college age.
I don't think he is.
I know he isn't specifically, but I'm just saying.
I'm a college age.
How old are you?
26.
What college are you going to?
To be fair, college age is a very loose range.
Are you becoming a doctor?
I wish.
That's a scary thought.
College age. Are you really stupid or are you becoming a doctor?
That's a scary thought.
You're a grown-ass fucking adult. Your brain is fully
Paging
formed.
Dr. Donkey. Paging Dr. Donkey.
Your brain is fully formed. And like anybody who's at college past like that point, unless you're becoming a fucking rocket scientist, like just going to always be in college like Polly, or becoming a doctor, you should be out of college by fucking 26. You motherfucking college age.
Speaking of Polly, I feel obligated, since his name was mentioned, to state that otters are evil.
No.
Yes.
This is not the night to be arguing with Poppy. This is her stream. She's right.
Oh, come on. Can't we pick on Ploy, too?
I didn't say you couldn't pick on Ploy. I just said you couldn't argue with Poppy. There's a difference.
Fair enough.
I'm not arguing with her. I'm just stating a fact. Otters are evil, and the otter is the most evil.
Some otters get bored and do evil things. Humans do too. That doesn't mean all otters are evil.
All right, let's meet in the middle and say some otters are less evil than others.
Yes.
I would trust an otter over a person any day.
That's a low bar.
I mean, have you seen some of the people around?
Exactly.
I trust the knife in my back over some people most days.
I'm sorry, I was screaming into the mic at Donkey, but
I mean, it's a common reaction.
I trust the knife in Dela's back more than I trust Polly, but then again, I was the one who put that knife there, or at least one of them.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
It almost tickled.
Yeah.
Neither. They're both vicious little semi-aquatic mammals.
No, but like, yeah, I never got. The only time we ever had a lease issue was I was on the lease, but Chris wasn't. But that was legal problems. But yeah, no, like if you're a full-grown adult, you're supposed to be on the lease.
I like Beaver. Check your logic.
You're allowed to be in apartments.
Check your logic. I like Beaver. Just putting that out there.
And we're all proud of you for it.
I like a beaver after it's been shot, skinned, and turned into a cap.
Baby steps.
Just
Hey, Six, do you want to come on stream? I need another like American, and you're Texan, so that's even better.
yeah.
She needs help. She's drowning.
They start talking political fucking Canadian stuff just once in a while, and I'm like, what?
Mm.
I don't know what's happening.
It's not that bad.
I'm not political or Canadian.
Besides, Texas is almost as evil as Toronto.
How are we?
Come on.
It would be as evil as Texas if Poppy wasn't there.
Costin, that's going a little too far. Texas isn't that bad.
No. It's only 1% as evil as Toronto.
Thank you.
Dude, how dare you?
Check. Can I ask why saying she's a woman is a reason I should have someone on stream?
Are you Joe Bidening us?
Who?
Get this person on stream. She has a vagina.
Oh my God, she's so qualified.
Or possibly has a vagina. We have some that don't. But well, it's okay to sound like a child. We have plenty of minions that do. That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're comfortable with it, that's up to you.
Yeah. Everybody here, I have an obnoxious voice from hell, but like I'm still talking.
I mean, have you heard me laugh? That's not a pleasant sound, but you guys get forced to hear it whenever I can't help it, so
we would never push anyone to stream if they don't want to stream. Even Six, like I always try to get him to stream with me, but if he doesn't respond or he says no, I respect that.
I would push Six to stream because I'm that kind of guy. I like making people do things they don't want to do.
Well, that sounds rapey.
Well, I mean, what do you expect from someone from the east side of Canada?
Oi!
Hey, there's lots of Canada east of Ontario.
I'm sorry, Donkey. That sounds like you've got something to argue against.
Yeah, you're talking about someone from the far south of Ontario. Leave Central Ontario out of it. Thank you.
Well, I have a distinct memory of a certain cricket that might have something to say against this.
It'll be 19 years later and we'll still be doing cricket.
Yes, that's exactly what the cricket sounded like.
You sound like for 15 years.
Sounded like it was screaming but out of breath at the same time.
Fucking cricket!
And we broke him.
Does Six know where to get the link?
I sent it to him.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Six.
Good.
Hi. How was the previous 6 minutes there, buddy?
I don't know. Never met him.
How you doing, honey?
Tired.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have.
I wanted to hop in for a few minutes and say hi to everybody.
I know I haven't talked to you in a long time.
It has been a minute, has it?
Oh, that's a long one. Yeah. Like you're one of the few people I actually know in Texas, and we still never talk.
Yeah, it's Skep. You probably talk to a lot. Who else is down here? Pat.
Yeah, your boy Pat. He's in Texas too.
Skep talk.
He already said Skep.
Oh.
Yeah. You were coming in.
Becca Fairley.
Don't know her.
What do you mean you don't know her?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I was like, wait, do I know her? I mean, I've seen her in chats, but like I have never spoken to her, I don't think.
You and her have a lot in common.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
Useless? Oh, I don't think he was born in Texas, but he's lived in Texas. In fact, I don't know if he's still there right now, but he lived in my old stomping grounds in Corpus Christi.
Ah, I've never been there.
It's got some nice places.
I'm mostly the DFW area.
Yeah. People mostly go to Corpus Christi for the fishing and the beaches.
Right.
Ah,
There are some areas of the city you want to steer clear of.
Well, that's most places in Texas.
Yeah. And San Antonio, where I am now, is south side, southeast side, and parts of east side you want to stay away from.
So most of it.
Yeah, it's like a good third of the city.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if you get into Dallas, that's kind of the city Dallas, not the county Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it's the same way. Shit, even the city I'm in, like, yeah. I mean, we had a big sex trafficking thing going on for a little while, so that became an issue. Yeah. Like after the whole lockdown thing started, it was like 3 months after. Like women at gas stations, if you had a kid with you, you had to be super careful because they were trying to take both of you.
Oh man.
I don't know. They got desperate or something. They were trying to yank people out of like being at the gas pumps and stuff.
Wow.
So my kids weren't allowed to go anywhere by themselves for a while, which annoyed the crap out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Especially Angel. Willow threw a fit, and I was like, hey, your sister. And she was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So she's like, okay, I'll go everywhere with her. I'm like, okay. As I understand, you're all like, I'm a badass. I'll stab someone, but your sister, she's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Angel is the calm one out of all of us. Like, like if we had a home intruder, like, not a good idea in this household. Angel would be the one holding a squishy, just like sitting there, like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
Willow's over here, like, I have a machete. So,
So, how's everybody been? I haven't really. Well, apart from Dela, I haven't streamed with anybody else here very recently.
weren't we on a Quiver stage together a couple months ago?
I think so.
That's not recent.
Yeah, that's. I mean, maybe to you, but normally people don't consider a couple months recent.
Actually, it was funny you say that because I remember back in 2018, sometime in October, I said May 12th is not recent. Just because so much changed that year for me personally, kind of.
Back in 2018, eh? That was pretty recent.
May 12th, 2018 was my, I want to say 42nd birthday.
Yeah.
You.
And I had Chaos Eve. I believe I had Irving Twin, and I had Director Arcater on my birthday stream.
Yeah, I think I watched
And my
that.
cat has joined me.
Hello, cat.
She's now sitting on my chest. I'm laying in bed right now, and my cat is sitting on my chest.
Yeah, they do that. I kind of miss having a cat in the house. Not enough to go get another one right now. We made a strict no more pets rule.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta draw the line somewhere, because if you
we got too many at one point. It was a little overwhelming. So I mean, they are dwindling down, sadly. but we're still not like, hey, let's go get more. Like, take a break.
Yeah.
Right now, we just have the dog and the turtle. And I mean, the turtle on its own is a big enough and a very expensive responsibility because, I mean, it takes a lot, and he's going to be alive for like 60 years. So,
Yeah.
and our dog has special needs and has seizures and stuff. So I'm like, we don't really need to take any more things in right now.
Aww.
Let's just work on the two we have. Maybe one day I'll go get another rabbit or another cat or something. But right now, we're just sticking with what we got.
So I might have to jump off here because my cat is really demanding my attention right now.
Oh, that's okay. Well, thank you for coming by. It was really good to say hi to you, at least.
Yeah, it's always good to catch up. I'll try to make it on another Binions stream here.
Cat.
Yeah. You're always welcome. We told you that years ago, and we still mean it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You have a good night, honey.
You take it easy.
Which of your pets is most evil there, Poppy?
It depends on what you mean by evil.
Oh. Okay. Is your how about this question? Is your turtle teenaged and mutant?
No, it's just a normal aquatic turtle. He likes to swim in his tank and eat shrimp. Now, he does get bitchy when we take him out of the tank.
Is he at least a ninja?
No. He's just very chill. I actually love having him in my room now. He used to be in the dining room. And when we moved, we put him in our bedroom. And when the lights are off, it makes a really cool ripple light effect on the ceiling. And he just kind of just swims around the tank and chills most of the time. So it's really cool to watch him while you're trying to go to sleep. Occasionally, he gets a hair up his ass and speeds across the tank and runs into the glass. So that's weird. But usually, he's very calm. Now, my dog ate my pork chops. So at the moment... I told Chris when he got home, I was like, because he went to the pet store and he went and bought Josie a bunch of treats and things. And then he got home and she ate the pork chops. And I'm like, right now, the turtle is my favorite pet. I was like, he doesn't cause any issues. And he's like, because he lives in a tank. I'm like, still.
Exactly.
He has no issue. And he wants to, really, all the turtle wants to do with his life is swim and be in the water and eat shrimpies. We have to force him to eat veggies. He doesn't like them. But he doesn't fuck anything up. Even when we let him out, he mostly just wants to go find water. Like, that's his only thing. Like, that's a simple life right there. I just want to swim and eat shrimp. I appreciate that. My dog's over here like, how do I climb on top of the stove?
Cannibalistic Wizard has a good idea. Too bad I live in an apartment.
Yeah.
I do live in an apartment and we had 5.
5 chickens.
Oh, a chicken?
Yeah.
Technically in Irving, we can own chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I still find that hilarious. They're trying to make it more city laws and make it where you can't have chickens and stuff, but they actually have a fight over it every year in our city hall.
Yeah.
And people show up to protest getting rid of chickens. You can't get people to give a fuck around here about anything else, but when you try to take their goats and chickens away, they're like, hey!
We need those for food.
Well, I don't think people even really use them for food around here. We just own them.
Yeah.
Because we can. If you live on the outskirts, you can have like horses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like if you try to take people's farm animals away, we get pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
If you're over here like, I don't know, it could be any other public law. People are like, yeah, whatever. The only 2 times I know of people that voted was for the chickens and for whether we could become a wet county or not.
Yeah. Are you a wet county?
Yeah. Our county became wet and our city stayed dry.
Yeah.
And for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, that's what we're talking about with alcohol. Because all growing up, if anyone wanted to get alcohol, you had to drive to the next city over.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I was like 25 when they made it where we could buy beer. And then the next year you could buy wine and beer. And then if I think it was 2 years ago, they made it where we could buy liquor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in Texas is a very slow process for anything. Like we just made CBD legal here.
Yeah.
So in another 5 years, marijuana might be possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, the CBD was a huge step in its own.
Yeah. I'm cheering for you to get marijuana.
Okay, nobody fucks the goats.
Is that a metaphor?
What? Who's talking about fucking goats here?
Cannibalistic wizard. He said they don't want to lose their goat mistress.
Oh.
We have pygmy goats. They're tiny, tiny goats, and they're adorable.
Yeah.
We all love the goats, but not that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have very many full-blown, like, adult goat, like big goats. Not adult goats, because the pygmies are adults, too. But, like, average-sized goats. Because those things will fuck shit up.
Yeah.
They really will. They're funny, though. I love goats. They're such assholes, but they're also, they're like permanent teenagers is, like, what I describe it. They're like 13, 14-year-old teenagers in humans. They're just climbing on everything and jumping off of stuff and ramming things and fucking shit up, but they're funny about it.
Yeah.
And they also have such a bad attitude.
Yeah. See, Arizona's on the right track. They made marijuana legal. Good for you guys.
Hey, people are pushing for it in Texas, too. Just, like I said, a lot of our government is still run by religious people.
Yeah.
Which makes everything more complicated. It's like, hey, your religion really doesn't affect me. And it's not even like I have the hiccups. It's not even like I really care so much, but I don't see the point in it.
Wait, I just thought of something. To go back several minutes. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I'm really, really sorry, but I just thought this now.
I talk too much anyways. What's up?
No, you don't. How is cheesecake, or what is a cheesecake? If it's not a pie, then what is it?
It's literally in the motherfucking name, Chuck.
Don't tell me it's a cake.
It's a type of cake.
No.
Yes, it is. Just because you think of cake as a flour-based cake that we have nowadays, which, by the way, cheesecake is having it. The cake, when cake was traditionally made, it wasn't automatically what we think of as cake.
Does it make a difference?
It's a cheesecake. It's a cake that is made, like fucking hundreds of years ago, made out of cheese.
Why is it always just?
All
right, wait. Is it? Hang. Is a spider monkey a spider? Is a turtle dove a turtle?
No, it's a dove.
Well, then why is turtle in the name?
This is not an apples and oranges situation, man.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Okay, then what's a cheesecake?
I don't know.
Just a cheesecake. It's in its own category.
Well, is it a type of cheese? Is it a type of cheese? Is there cheese in it?
Cream cheese.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a cheesecake, Check. What are you not getting?
It's a cream cheese pie.
No, because there is a cream cheese pie and it involves a crust.
Wait, but a banana's a berry and it doesn't have the word berry in it, and a lot of other berries do.
Okay, but not all things are literal. I know that's hard for you, but not all things are literal. Like my name is
Okay, then
Crystal.
cheesecake isn't a cake.
Okay, but my name is Crystal and I'm not made out of rock. So
I don't know. That avatar of yours.
it is not a
picture.
pie.
That
As a
picture.
person oh, sorry. I'm yelling at chat. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Picture of yours looks like a pretty nice looking rock.
Okay, so
Well, yeah, strawberries
I
aren't a berry either.
no, strawberries are not a berry.
Then why is berry in the name?
When
A
people
cheesecake
knew
is a
this,
cake.
they didn't know what the fuck it was. You gotta remember, most of the names for things came a long time ago. Yeah, no, Adam, I'm not a Pop-Tart.
But
But
you're sweet, like you're as
Are
sweet
you
as
at
one.
least
You're
lucky?
sweeter than one, actually.
oh my god. Okay, so as I'm screaming at you, no, as a person who bakes, when you make a cheesecake, you make it more like you make a cake than you would ever make a pie.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, it's not technically what we consider a cake nowadays, and it's not what we consider a pie. It is its own category. It is a cheesecake. When people ask what is a cheesecake, it annoys the fuck out of me because it is a cheesecake. That's what it is. It is a cheesecake. There used to be a whole section of things that are like cheesecake back in the day. There were certain types of cakes that they made this way. Over hundreds of years, we have stopped making those things. So now cheesecake is the only one left. And it is cheesecake. Because we re-upped it and we changed it and we made it more modern and people still love it, so we still eat it. You know,
That's only if you want to look at history, though.
well, that's not my fault that you don't look at history.
History is evil.
Well, are we just gonna look at the history into everything?
Well, yes, that's where things came from, Check. Like, why do people think, why did strawberries name strawberries? Because back in the day, it grew like the rest of the berries, so people called it a berry because it looked like a berry, it tastes like a berry, and it grew off a plant like a berry. So they're like, look, berry. But now scientifically we know it's not a berry.
Wait, so it's just gonna be like picking and choosing what's considered what in different categories?
No, it just kept the same name forever. We didn't change the name when we realized it wasn't a berry.
Yeah,
just
but they
like,
classified it's not a berry, even though it still has berry in the name.
yes,
Are you even listening?
the name. We
I'm
know the
listening.
Yeah. Do you want them to go change what we've called strawberries forever because the classification for it changed?
Well, they're not straws either.
Oh.
I'm gonna lick your eyeball.
Huh?
Yeah.
I haven't said that to anyone from Donkey in a long time. It is a threat.
Absolutely, watermelon is a berry.
Yes, watermelon is a berry.
It is?
So are banana. Yeah.
Yes.
All melons are.
Oh my god. I had no idea.
Bananas were. Did you know pineapples are? They're actually a bunch of berries. Pineapples isn't.
They are?
Yeah, pineapple is not considered one fruit. Pineapple is a bunch of berries put together.
Really?
And it's not an apple.
Oh my god. We are having the most autistic conversation ever.
You know, at this point, he's doing it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I
like the suggestion of change it to sexy fruit.
What's a sexy fruit?
A strawberry.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watermelon could be a sexy fruit too because it's an aphrodisiac.
Wait, aren't sexy fruits? Actually, never mind.
Right?
No, I still know what it is. I was just gonna ask, isn't that
I love he said never mind, but it's keeping the going.
no, because it's because you thought I thought I figured it out, but I didn't. Do pineapples belong on pizza?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
I like pepperoni.
Y'all are wrong, and that's fine.
Pineapples belong on pizza with ham.
Yeah, ham belongs on pizza.
What?
Do people really not look up the history of things though? Like, is that an average thing? Like, nobody knows where cheesecake came from. They just like, oh, Cheesecake Factory invented it.
You are vastly underestimating the ignorance of the human race.
Ugh. No, the very first
Adam
cheesecake
says
was
yes.
actually made.
In 2017 BC or something. I don't know. I'm just guesstimating.
It was up 1,000 years ago.
Oh.
We should get
Oh, that
Penguin
recent?
on to discuss this.
I have died every day.
That recent.
But
I
yeah,
like Derek's suggestion to get Penguin on. Tell us to go into a detailed discussion on berries.
I have to make a correction in chat here. Adam, no one said ham wrong. We are indeed talking about ham. When we mean bacon, we will say bacon.
yeah, there is a very different. Like, if you go to a pizza place, you could put bacon or ham or Canadian ham on there. Literally, it's just ham. I don't know why they call it Canadian ham.
It's just, yeah, they call it Canadian bacon. It's just back bacon. It's just ham. Fuck off.
No, the one by my place calls it Canadian ham instead of Canadian bacon.
Lucky
Oh, really?
St. Wayne isn't here.
It's-
He'd be
it's still
going
the
on
same
and on
thing.
about the science of berries.
So, like, yeah, there is a very distinct difference between putting ham on your pizza and putting bacon on your pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Because the meat's different. Bacon tastes better.
Okay, that is just blasphemous, cannibalistic wizard. I can understand you guys getting pineapple on your pizza. That's fine. I don't have to eat it. I can sit here and jokingly bug you guys about it, but I don't have to eat it, so it's fine. But pineapple on a meat lovers, that just defeats the entire purpose, man. Come on.
Hey, I would like to go into berries with Sanguine. Like, because apparently me and him are the only ones that are, like, very specific about the food. Like,
I'd like to talk to him about berries too, since I didn't know watermelon is.
Besides, the proper vegetable to pair with meat lover's pizza is a green olive.
I love black olives.
okay,
on
meat
pizza.
lovers is meat lovers because it's all meat.
Yeah,
I am about to slap the both of you here down there.
but yeah, I'd add the green olives for the nice little bit of saltiness.
The pussy
I got your saltiness right there.
it's still a meat, but it's salty.
Yeah,
So if you want salty, add anchovies.
yeah.
Everyone asks if that makes your pizza salty or like fishy. No, it makes it taste like butter and salt. That's it. You don't taste fish. It's just a buttery, salty flavor.
Yeah. No one around here offers anchovies for their pizzas. At least not in my city. Of course, it's a small city, so.
Most people don't want to do it because there's like a whole fish on your slice. But like I had it when I was pregnant.
Yeah.
My ex at the time worked at a pizza place, and somebody ordered one but never came and picked it up, so he brought it home, and I ate it because I was pregnant. Whatever. It just literally tastes like butter and salt. Like,
Did it taste like butter and salt or salt and butter?
either way.
I like pizza. Yeah. You just missed an entire interesting conversation, Mister.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Only Jenna can call him Mister.
I actually got Polly to try anchovy pizza, and he liked it.
Yeah.
He was like, he was thinking about it, and I was like, no, you should, it's good. And I described it to him, and he's like, oh, that's such a. He tried it. He's like, it really does just taste like that. I'm like, it really does. He's like, I wonder why people make such a big deal. And I'm like, it's a visual thing. You see a tiny fish on your pizza, and you're like, no. But if they messed it up and put it on the pizza, nobody would notice, and it wouldn't be a big deal at all. What's different? Adam was like, wait, they're different? What's different? Oh, anchovies and sardines. Yes, anchovies and sardines are very different. Sardines have a very fish taste. Like, extremely fishy. Anchovies aren't. They are both small, tiny fish, but they taste very different. Hey, they didn't make pineapple pizza.
Apparently, it is a Canadian invention.
It was?
That's what I heard.
Well,
I heard it was
I
an
heard something
American
like
invention.
But I will.
like Hawaiian
ahead.
pizza is Canadian. This is the same.
Yeah, I heard it was down here in the United States, and for some reason we called it Hawaiian, even though nothing involving it was Hawaiian, and Canadian, even though nothing involving it was Canadian.
Well, regardless of where its origins lie, good luck getting that apology there. Yes.
And honestly, I do not like Hawaiian pizza, like the ham and the pineapples. So I always agreed with the pineapples don't belong on pizza thing before then. And then Angel ordered pepperoni pineapple, and I tried it. It was actually good.
Alright, so since it's obvious that I'm just doing this on purpose now, I'm only going to sarcastically ask, why is it called Hawaiian pizza if it has nothing to do with Hawaii?
Because somebody just decided to name it that because they think of pineapples as Hawaiian, even though pineapples aren't Hawaiian.
So that people like you could ask Hawaii.
There are pineapples in Hawaii, but they were brought over by the United States. They aren't supposed to be there. And for somebody who had no idea where pineapples are supposed to exist, went Hawaii. No. Mm-mm. I don't know why they don't call it Canadian pizza. It's got what supposedly is Canadian ham, which isn't. It's just ham from around here.
Well, there is a Canadian pizza. It's got it's like half meat and some veggies on it, like ham and beef or something like that. Mushrooms. I don't know. I don't order it because I don't like mushrooms and such. But yeah, I've seen it on lists. Like there's a pizza called the Canadian pizza or something like that.
Oh, maybe there was already a Canadian pizza and they couldn't name it that.
Could be.
Yeah.
Although, it's not uncommon for someone to have a Canadian pizza at one pizza joint and it'd be totally different from a Canadian pizza at another pizza joint too. It's just all upon the business's recipes kind of thing.
You know what I've had pizza twice this week with the whole kitchen thing and everything. And then I ordered a pizza and Angel got a pizza. And for some reason, I always like Angel's pizza. She got the spinach and feta pizza with onions on it. It was actually really fucking good. So I went and ordered another one last night.
Mr. Adam says poutine on pizza. I have made that before and it is fucking amazing.
Yeah. I like poutine. I like pizza. I do not like poutine on pizza.
See, you got to make a poutine pizza, man. Take the dough, spread it out, use the gravy as the base, put some fries on there, put some bacon bits, some cheese on top, and any other kind of things you want to add into it. Like, I don't know, some green peppers, maybe a bit of pepperoni or something, man. It's fucking amazing.
I was about to say that sounds like a lot, but then I just thought about what I used to do in high school and went, okay, never mind.
Oh, that's not even that's only a few things compared. Like when I would make pizzas, if I make a pizza for myself, I stretch that dough so thin because of all the ingredients I use that by the time I'm done, the weight is just got it falling out of my hand, and it's worth it. It's worth it because it's just so good.
There's such a thing as taco pizza.
Yes.
That is good.
It is fucking amazing.
There's barbecue chicken pizza. There's buffalo chicken pizza. I mean, anything you could think of, there's probably a pizza. Before I tell this story, y'all have to remember I was raised by stoners.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Because I'm going to judge.
But so when I was a teenager and, we had sleepovers or whatever, girls tend to eat a lot during sleepovers. So I would order a large pizza, get a bag of Cheetos and a bag of Doritos and crunch them up and throw them on top of the cheese pizza and put ranch on top of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That actually sounds delicious.
I remember one time back in my early kitchen days, one of the front of house managers comes up. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to go on my break soon, but I don't know what to order. What should I eat?" It's like, I kind of feel like pizza, but I kind of feel like the chicken and ribs combo too. I don't know which one. I'm like, why not both? He looks at me all funny. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, why don't I just take a pizza dough, spread it out, and all the ingredients I would use for the chicken and ribs combo, just use that to make a pizza. So like potato salad dressing for the base, get some barbecue ribs, some Cajun chicken, bacon bits, potato, corn, get some cabbage on the garnish. It's like that's sounds weird, but also strangely awesome at the same time.
Right?
Turns out he liked it.
Yeah, very much anything you can turn into a pizza. And I know, like, a pizza purist will throw a huge fit about it, especially people in Chicago. I don't know, they're very uptight about what a pizza is. But,
Inquisitor.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of any type of potato on a pizza. It's like you got your pizza dough, which is a starch, and you got your potato, which is a starch.
see, but I really love starches.
But I
So
really
I
love
will eat a starch
potatoes.
with a starch with another starch. I'm fine with
I
that.
love potatoes too,
Then-
and I love pizza. I just don't want them at the same time.
That's
they-
your opinion.
I don't want to live on your planet.
The potatoes and pizza fulfill the same, make me happy in the same way. They fulfill the same need.
More for me then.
No, because they're gonna have it all, just separate.
Well, as I
Alrighty
said,
then.
I was raised by stoners, Dela, So, like, our eating habits might be different than most. Like, my
Yeah.
combination is doesn't sound good together. Like, it took me forever that people don't normally eat the mac and cheese with hot dog weenies in it as a meal.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
That's weird.
That's so weird. They're just like, why are you making that for dinner? Because we like to get macaroni and cheese. I don't so much because after I had a pregnancy, I throw up every time I see it. But we got mac and cheese, chili, and cut up hot dog weenies and mixed them all together in a pot, and there's a meal right there.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Next thing you were telling me is that a lot of kids didn't grow up putting sugar in their cornflakes because they didn't have Frosted Flakes.
I think a lot of people did that one, but like a lot of the things I consider meals, people are like, why would you make that? And I'm like, because it's good. What do you mean?
I mean, it works, right? Like,
Breadsticks or
fuck.
wings?
Like, hell, if I'm on a budget, I'll use fucking hot dogs and pasta too. Make myself some fucking rotini and chop up some hot dogs and throw it in there just to fucking have a
Yeah.
4-man's feast.
To be fair, you can put hot dogs in almost everything.
It's true. It's true.
The
Even
only
peanut
reason I
butter.
would, the only reason. Oh, sorry, I keep interrupting somebody. Go ahead.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, I was gonna say the only reason that I would not put wieners in pasta is because I'm too lazy. But it actually sounds good. It just, if I'm gonna cook the wieners, I'm just, I'll just put them in the microwave or put them in the oven and cook them that way. And I'm just too lazy.
Yes, asked if I like wings or breadsticks with my pizza. I actually prefer wings, but I will get because pizza with breadsticks is kind of redundant to me.
Yeah.
I will eat them, but for the most part, I'd rather have wings. And there was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember now.
It is possible to have too much starch to have redundancies in starch. Bread, pizza, potatoes, pizza, redundant. Right?
Well, no, it's just redundant because they taste the same.
Yeah.
Potatoes and bread don't taste the same as bread and bread.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I will still eat the breadsticks if they're around, or the knots, or the stuffed cheese bread if it's around. But if I'm ordering, I just really like chicken wings too. So
MotZ sticks are where it's at, bro.
I like MotZ sticks.
See, I really don't. If you're like, here, eat this whole block of cheese, most people would be like, no. And then you're like, oh, let me deep fry it. And everyone's like, oh, okay. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You can deep fry anything.
MotZ
Yeah, but that
sticks.
doesn't mean I want to eat a bunch of it.
Right.
I still have yet to try deep fried ice cream, and I'm very annoyed because there was one time I was working and someone was making deep fried ice cream and I didn't get any, but everyone else did. I was so pissed.
How do you deep fry ice cream? It's supposed to be cold.
By breading it.
They freeze ice cream to -40. They bread it, and then deep fry it.
Mhm.
And because the ice cream is so cold to begin with, the breading gets fried, and the ice cream is still cold.
Yeah.
I think it's like negative. I think it has to be like -40.
Yeah, it's got to be very cold. So, and because when you bread it, it shouldn't be like a very thick breading, so it's not going to take very long for the breading to cook itself.
Yeah.
S-
Mr.
Yeah.
Monopoly, there's a lot of foods that are not good for you, yet people eat it.
Mm.
Or people, yeah.
Well, I don't know about deep fried ice cream, but we've had fried ice cream down here for a long time.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I
One's
didn't
in a
know.
deep fryer, one's not.
I
Oh,
didn't realize that you could fry ice cream without it being deep
I didn't
fried.
either. It's
Yeah.
ice cream.
Well, you know, in the Texas Fair, we make a habit of constantly trying to deep fry weird things. So we have deep fried margaritas, deep fried beer, deep fried butter,
Deep fried beer.
deep
Yep.
fried Kool-Aid.
Deep fried beer is very common. I mean, if you go to a restaurant or something and you get fish, fish and chips, it's most likely beer battered fish.
He found the beer weird, but not the margaritas.
I know.
Oh wait, I didn't even. It didn't go through my mind that you said margaritas.
Yeah.
This discussion is making me crave deep fried Mars bar.
The only thing that people seem to care about anymore about the county fair nowadays is
Fried
or the
water.
state fair is like who wins the deep frying competition, and it's whoever. Like we had deep fried Frito pie one year that won, and that was good. It was two of the Frito scoops chips with the filling on the inside of it and battered and fried, and it was good.
Hmm.
It was good. We also have a vape competition during the county fair, and one wins, and the company gets a lot of money.
Deep fried donuts wrapped in bacon.
Popeyes is awesome.
That's not
That's
competition worthy.
brutal.
That's a normal thing.
Hmm.
I know. It's normal. It's normal.
I mean,
and
first of all,
so
all
unhealthy.
donuts are fried. It and then you just added bacon to it, like, which we already have donuts with bacon. So basically, there's already fried bacon donuts
Why would you add bacon?
because it's
Why would
Oh,
you not?
funnel cakes. Oh, those are terrible.
okay. Bacons and sweet go really super good together, right?
They do?
Have you ever had bacon dipped in chocolate?
Well,
No.
first of all, have you never had bacons and pancakes or bacons and
Well, I
waffles?
was gonna say that's the only time I eat because I have pancakes and I add the syrup and then I have the bacon on the side and the eggs.
Yeah. So doesn't the bacon and the syrup taste good together?
Not technically.
What do you mean? It tastes bad and you still eat it? What the fuck?
No, well, I mean I wouldn't I wouldn't add syrup to the bacon.
You
But
never had
eat it
maple
at the same
bacon?
time. Yeah, maple bacon's a thing.
Local
Same thing.
restaurant.
It's just flavors infused.
But yeah, chocolate covered bacon is definitely a sin because it's way fucking too good. Bacon goes really okay. So bacon covers 6 points of your tongue, like the taste buds, and then when you add the sweet, it covers pretty much all of them. So it's very much it's a sensation that you don't normally get with any other food. So like if you have a maple bacon donut, because they have those like Long John type donuts that are maple flavored that they fill up with cream and stick a strip of bacon on top of it. That shit is good.
Sounds good. There's a local restaurant in my area that does bacon butter tarts. They are awesome.
Yeah, like no, bacon and sweet goes together extremely well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not confusing. I mean, for a while there, they went into a whole bacon thing where they're like bacon milkshakes and bacon candy and like everything was bacon down here for a while. Like even IHOP had like a bacon cake and a bacon milkshake and a bacon. Yeah, funnel cakes are actually really good, but I prefer to make them at home.
I had funnel cake once. I'm never eating them again. Or I'm never
Why?
eating it again.
Why?
I had it once. I felt sick the very next day.
Hmm.
Do you have any idea why?
No, I just know that
You
that
just
was
blame
How
the
do
last
you
funnel
time.
cake.
how do you not how do you know that wasn't a fluke? If you've only done it once and you're just assuming you got sick the next day, because usually if you're gonna get sick from something you ate, it's not 24 hours later. But I mean, I'm not saying go eat a funnel cake to test the theory, but like it's a weird assumption. Did you
Originally,
not?
I wanted to because I didn't think it was a funnel cake. It just makes sense that it is.
I don't know. That's kind of like saying I, pizza and then gave birth to a baby the next day. Like, that doesn't automatically, correlate.
Well,
Wait, pizza gets you pregnant?
I said the next day I was already pregnant.
Oh, sorry. Pizza gives you a voodoo pregnancy?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you're having a whole ass baby
well,
in
that's a
24
whole
hours.
different. That's like a biological, naturistic thing. I
Yeah,
was
and getting
talking about.
sick is too.
Well, because you can get sick caused by foods. You can't get pregnant caused
It's
by
still a
foods. That
natural
happens.
biological occurrence.
Yeah, it's food
But still,
poisoning.
one's the direct cause to the other. Whereas, if you
Okay, but you could have caught a bug. You could have had a 24-hour virus. You could have, it could have been something else you ate because I doubt the only thing you ate all that day was a funnel
well,
cake.
because it was at a fair, and every time up until then, I felt I didn't get sick after the fair. That's why I blame the funnel cake.
And it could have just been a bad funnel cake. I mean, you can't blame funnel cake as a whole because it could have just been whoever made that funnel cake fucked it up or something. You know what I mean?
But wait, are funnel cakes supposed to taste like cold churros?
They're not supposed to be cold, but they
Oh,
do
that's
have a
probably
churro.
why.
Yeah, they do have a churro like they have a churro like texture. They usually don't have cinnamon in them though. But it is kind of the same, a pastry that's fried situation. Someone said like fried bread with honey butter. Yeah, that's good. Well, we just turned into a fat person stream over here, arguing about food.
Fat
And also,
person
if you're not used to fried food, that can also upset your stomach
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people don't handle oil very well.
I mean, I guess I'm like Scribe in his chocolate milk situation. How he drank it once. It was very bad. I think it was expired. I don't remember what exactly. And then he never wants to drink chocolate milk again.
Yeah, some people are that way. I usually give things more than one try.
I didn't go on a ride either, Mr. Monopoly. Actually, it was the very last thing I ate because I got funnel cake and then I was on my way out.
Yeah, so how do you know it wasn't any of the other things you ate?
Because I
Poor
didn't
kid.
eat. I didn't get sick before.
Okay, but if like you ate some sort of meat and you've even eaten it before, that doesn't mean the meat
I
you
didn't
ate
eat
that
meat
day
that
was a
day.
bad. What did you?
She's using it as an example.
Yeah, like anything, like if it's expired or the person cooked it wrong, whatever you ate, any of that could have made you sick, including the funnel cake. If they cooked it badly or it was the stuff they used was out of date, that could still make you sick. That doesn't mean funnel cakes are bad. It just meant the one you ate was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you ate at that fair could have made you sick, or you could have ran into someone that had the stomach flu. Is all
Plenty
I'm
of
saying.
variables.
If you never want to eat funnel cake again for your rest of your life, that's fine. I was just wondering why it was the conclusion that it was the cake and not anything else.
Wait, are funnel cakes cakes?
Oh my fucking
Sorry,
hell.
I just realized it now.
I'm gonna hit you with a funnel cake.
It's a fried cake. So are churros.
Churros are cakes?
Oh my god.
Or were you saying they're fried?
So are donuts. How do you know nothing about food?
Because I'm not a chef.
Neither am I.
I'm not either. I just happen to cook and I know things. I read. This is you're a man who can remember someone's birthday that you learned 5 years ago.
And heights.
And
You can
I
remember something was said X amount of years ago to the minute, hour, and second. But,
but,
you know,
but you never looked into the food you're eating. That disturbs me. Like I don't understand how people can eat stuff and know nothing about it.
ignorance is bliss in a lot of cases.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's so gross. I would never eat that." Did you know? Da 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 da. And I'm like, "Yeah, I did know that."
Actually, it's funny you say that because I don't eat chocolate often. Although I remember every once in a while coming across the fact that chocolates have bug legs, and then I'd forget it, and then I'd
They have
still eat
what?
chocolate. Don't they have like bug legs on them or something?
Spider. They're allowed to have 8 spiders in each bar
In
by
chocolate?
the FDA. Yeah, that doesn't mean like candy bars are allowed to have 8 spiders per bar without getting in trouble.
Is that 8 full spiders or 8 spiders?
SGA.
Full
I
spiders,
know
but
it's
usually you
FBA.
mostly only get spider legs in the bars. But that doesn't mean every bar has it, and it doesn't mean every chocolate company has spiders. It's just because it is a very common thing.
Oh my god, cannibalistic wizard, that is not the case either.
But it's like if you ever go to a yogurt factory, they have to scrape off the maggots every morning.
What?
Yeah, every morning you go into the yogurt factory and scrape all the maggots off the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like they're leaving it out.
Well, yeah, that's how you make yogurt.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Never mind.
You don't refrigerate it while you're making it go sour, honey. Ugh. Like sour cream, cream cheese, yogurt, it all has to sit out.
No, it doesn't.
Well, how do you make yogurt without letting it sit out?
Wait, is it also true
I don't
that
know about.
I
I don't
think
know about. Oh, go ahead.
Check, let cross and go.
Yeah, I was asking him.
I don't know about yogurt, but I actually worked in a place that made sour cream and cream cheese. Never let they weren't let out in the open.
Well, I mean, like they do seal it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but maggots and stuff were never a problem because they weren't out in the open.
Mm. It's just a common thing. Like,
Yeah. No,
a lot of people freak out just when they find out like yogurt's alive. So
yeah, it is alive. And maybe it's maybe the maggot thing is an issue with yogurt, or maybe it's an issue with other plants. I don't know how every plant makes their products.
I'm not gonna say I know every plant either, but I know it's a very common thing that's just what part of. They actually have people who come in very early in the morning and do that.
Yeah,
like that's their job. That's their whole job.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people just assume like if you know how your food's made, you'd be so grossed out you would never eat it. And I'm just like, yeah okay.
Yeah.
Like, or for like what my family calls forever stew. A lot of people are freaked out and grossed out by that when like a lot of restaurants use the same base for like years.
Yeah.
And just add stuff to it. And they're like, ew, But that, I mean, that was very common back in the day when you used, what are they called? cauldrons to cook.
Yeah.
You know, you just had what was ever was left, and you threw in your food to make more food.
Yeah.
I think I annoyed him. He's just saying, yeah, no.
No, you're right. Actually, with our cream cheese, we were allowed to if some of our cream cheese got something wrong with the packaging, we could put it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
People don't, you know, that whole thing of milk, you ought to, like, you know, the antibiotics and stuff that they give cows. People just assume that you're getting antibiotics through your dairy, which is not true whatsoever. Like,
No.
if they have to give a cow antibiotics, that milk is not allowed in there. And when they test it, if there's even a drop of antibiotics in the whole entire tank, they will dump the whole entire tank out.
absolutely.
Christ.
They'll lose about $3,000 or more, but they will not allow that in the stores whatsoever. They will dump the entire tank.
Yeah, and that's done at several stages. From what I knew, they would do it. They would do the test at the farm. Okay, first they would do the test with the cows. Like if they give the cow antibiotics, they would segregate its milk. Then they would test the entire tank before it was picked up. Then they would test. Then they would test the whole truckload. So if the truckload got tested positive for antibodies, all that milk that was picked up from every farm on that truck's route that particular time.
Yep, gets dumped.
Yeah.
It's very, very strict, and people don't realize that because they act like if you're eating meat or if you're drinking milk, you're automatically getting antibiotics in your system. No, the animals that have to be treated with antibiotics aren't allowed anywhere near. And occasionally, it still does happen on accident. You'll get a chicken that gets killed even though it was on antibiotics. You'll get a cow that accidentally gets milked, and you have to throw out everything at that point.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing gets trashed.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, like I saw that on a TikTok and I realized people didn't realize it because a woman was showing, like they did a test and the strip turned blue. And she's like, that's a very light blue. It only means one cow got milk once, but we're dumping this whole thing now.
Yeah.
And and people in the comments section are like, I thought all milk had antibiotics in it. And like,
No.
That for some reason that's just something that spread and everybody believed, but no, like farming is actually extremely, extremely, extremely strict on what's allowed to go out. And if there's any doubt, you will just have to throw away everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, like, just from working in the factory, I actually have a certain amount of confidence because I know, like, they've had to get rid of entire lots of finished goods because it got all the way to the end. They did the tests, and of course we have to hold it in our warehouse for a period of time before we ship it out and release it. And it's like, oh man, it's got this disease in it or this problem with it, and well, there's $100,000 down the drain, or however big the lot is. So and it'd be the entire lot. Like they do tests at various points in the production run, and they use those not tests but samples, but they would only test at 3 points. But they would use the samples to determine when the problem occurred. But the entire lot was still garbage. So.
Yeah, so, and it's, I don't know. The farms actually are the ones that take the hit on the money.
Yeah.
Mr. S is just over here, like, giving us chocolate milk facts.
I don't know what the past 3-4 days on chocolate milk is, because like where I worked, we did like we didn't do fluid milk. We did like butter was most of the old timers would just refer to the place as a creamery. We did sweetened condensed milk and milk powder and cream cheese, but we didn't do milk, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I believe it because of the extra sugar.
Oh, okay. Well, I am getting very tired, so we're probably going to round up here soon.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
It doesn't have to be like right this minute, just soon, because I am over here like I'm hot and I'm tired. I want my fan back on.
That's fair.
This was a fun stream.
We mostly yelled about food, but okay.
Yeah.
We're still talking about food. That was like the topic for the past 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah. Food is a good topic. All right.
And we all stopped.
Yeah.
Well, who said? Okay, hold on. Who said that they don't get antibiotics because? Hold on. Nobody said they never get antibiotics. Some companies do not. Okay. I know earlier you were talking about big companies that say they never give their animals antibiotics. They don't, because if their animals get sick, they just kill them and throw them in the dumpster.
Yeah.
It might be inhumane, but we're also eating them. So who are we to say shit? Farmers do tend to give their animals antibiotics because they want them to stay alive, and they can, if they're using them for meat, they can kill them later when the antibiotics are out of their systems. Yeah. But a lot of animals, like cows and stuff, that they use for dairy, they never use them for meat, so that's why they treat them with antibiotics. But for huge companies that run like chicken farms and stuff that have like billions of chickens, it's just easier to pick out the sick ones and kill them.
Yeah. Maybe not so much for pigs and that, but you just segregate the pig out and make sure it doesn't get slaughtered until all the antibiotics get run out.
Yeah. Yeah, you just make sure they're not on the slaughterhouse thing, and you just wait it out, because I mean antibiotics don't stay in your system forever. They come out in a short period of time. Yeah. So once they're done with their round of antibiotics and everything, you can still use the pig. But yeah, some companies do boast that they have never used antibiotics, and they never will. The way they fix that is to make sure infections don't spread amongst the animals. They just pick out the sick ones and, off them. I mean, they were going to die one way or another. So, I know a lot of people are like, it's inhumane. I'm like, well, what do you think they were going to do with the chicken before this?
Yeah, exactly.
Does it make it more humane that they were in my chicken nugget instead of, in a landfill? I don't know. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I think I'm a little too much of a realist on those kind of things, where I'm just like, I don't think it really, I don't think the chicken gives a fuck whether it died now or a little later.
Yeah.
It's probably unhappy either way about it. I'm just saying. In the stream on a controversy. I actually had that conversation yesterday about maybe I'm too much of a realist, because I think the whole abortion movement got fucked up when it started trying to say that it's not a baby, it's a clump of cells, or it's a fetus, or it's a whatever you want to call it. Because now people are like, if it's if you have a miscarriage and it's a baby, and you have an abortion and it's not a baby, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's a baby either way. I'm not saying that people shouldn't get abortions if they really feel like they need one. I'm just saying, yeah, no, you are killing a baby. But the thing is, I think it's the woman's choice on whether she wants to sacrifice her health and safety and possibly life to carry a baby that she can't take care of.
Yeah.
Because whether people like to admit it or not, even a perfectly healthy pregnancy takes 3 years off your life. It takes, your bone density, it takes your muscle, it takes your fat, and it takes quite a bit of your memory and your brain capacity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Perfectly normal pregnancies actually make you a weaker human being.
Well,
So, like, that's just a perfectly normal one. If you have one that has a lot of problems, like I did, you have a lot more issues. And the more babies a woman have, the more likely she will to have early osteoporosis and nerve problems and muscle problems, and you will die earlier for every child you have.
wow.
That's just fact. That's just medical. We all know that.
You do?
Yeah. So if you're a woman that had one baby, okay, it just takes some years off your life. If you're one of those women who had like 20 kids, oof.
Oh, well.
Wait, so
Poor Mother Hubbard.
It's surprising how many people don't actually know that about pregnancies. Apparently, I have learned so many people don't know a lot of things about women.
Yeah.
It's very like I didn't know this was uncommon knowledge, because even some women don't know it.
I didn't know about. I don't know anything about women. That's why I'm still single.
I know a lot about women. That's why I'm still single.
I know a lot about women. I'm only single because of the pandemic.
I will be very I'm very upfront about the whole abortion thing. Yes, it is killing off something that would very much be a child. I personally wouldn't have one, obviously, but I'm not going to tell someone else, no, sacrifice your teeth, have them fall out.
I would say that.
You would tell someone to sacrifice their teeth?
Yeah.
It's for the greater good.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, most kids are shitheads and fairly useless. So,
This is true, but just do it anyways.
But I'm getting pretty tired too. So on that note, I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and close out now. Because I said to end it on a controversy. So, anyways, do y'all have any last words?
Yeah. Y'all Canadians need to get smart. Can't just be me being smart Canadian here.
Fuck you, Della.
Nope.
And even though he's not here, fuck Donkey too.
Neither.
Why are you saying F to yourself?
Well, I don't need to tell myself to go fuck myself.
You just did.
He's referring to earlier when I made the fake conspiracy that was briefly disproven of you and Donkey being the same person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. A bit slow there. I like it.
Yeah, we all need to go night-night. All right. So, thank y'all for coming and talking to me. Thank you, chat, for coming and watching. I hope y'all have a good night. Later. I'm not.
Bye-bye.
Bye.